I love these solitary pines, windswept. Reminds me of my favorite group of 7, the Jack Pine. Thom Thompson. God, I love his work. You know, let's not forget that Thom Thompson mysteriously died not too far from here. Algonquin, in a canoe, alone, looking at a Jack Pine. So, kind of, huh. Shh. This is how we do it. Moosehead. How's it going, everybody? Cheers. Cheers. We're camping. We're camping. We're not camping in our woods. We're camping in a different woods. Oh, that's delicious. We're about an hour. It's hard to gauge because I made so many little stops along the way. But we're about an hour and change away from the lodge. And we're in an Ontario provincial park. And for the most part, it's a completely empty Ontario provincial park. They have just a few sites running, and I saw one truck over at a yurt. They've got yurts here, and there was a truck down a ways, and then there was a group up a ways. All right, I got Chip and Dale over here. Why are you so mad at me? Hello. We got ourselves a pretty cool campsite. After Dixie passed, I was having a lot of trouble getting back into the swing of things. So I had said to myself, F that noise, I'm going camping. A nice quiet time in the woods with Chip and Dale, apparently. And whoever else they bring around, because I'm hearing lots of little scurrying. Well, I'll take you around here because it's amazing how empty this place is. I basically have this section to myself. There's quite a few campsites around here, but there's nobody here, which is nice. It's about 5 degrees right now. -1 is supposed to be for the evening. I don't have any fancy wintry tents, but you know, is what it is. We've got the camping fire pit, and I've got quite a bit of room. I'm not sure where I'm going to put the tent, but we'll figure that out. I want to go have a little peek at the yurt, though. You guys ever been to a yurt? I got a wood stove bin here. Firewood here, that's pretty cool. Nice fire pit. Look at this setup, eh? Isn't this neat? Nice big patio, nice big barbecue. The barbecue's even nice and clean. Very cool. I don't know if we can see inside. In a perfect world, you know, I would love to rent one of these in the winter. You gotta rent them so far in advance. So with the winters we've been having, it's kind of a crapshoot as to whether or not you're getting like a really nice snowy day and frozen lake that you could snowshoe out to. I mean, that's the dream, isn't it? And have yourself a grand old time doing a little bit of ice fishing. I mean, that's lovely. But this is our home sweet home for the next, I don't know, 24 hours. And I was gonna do a little bit of paddling this afternoon. But it gets dark just after 4. So I might go down to the docks. I've been hearing a lot of weird stuff about campgrounds nowadays, that the whole honor system is gone. Used to be a time where you'd like leave all your stuff out, and that was that. But I'm hearing tell now on the Facebook groups that people have come back to their campsite after a day at the beach and like all their stuff's been stolen. So short of setting up a tent, I don't think I'd be putting out any of my firewood or my lanterns or anything, not until I'm here. Just trying to figure out where the tent goes and where I'm going to put the picnic table. Somebody's dragged it all the way over there, but I think I will move that. And then tomorrow's supposed to be absolutely gorgeous. Make some breakfast, have a coffee, go for a big paddle. Could be a much better way than trying to cram it in tonight. Probably one of my favorite spots on earth. I have been coming to this campground since I was, oh man, I want to say 11 or 12. It is quiet. And that's nice. It's getting dark. Quicker than I thought. And I'm surprised at the road noise. I'm up near the day use portion of the campground. I saw this little 1.5 kilometer hiking trail, and I thought, you know what? I says, hey Jay, you want to go hiking, bud? And I was like, oh, friggin' rights, bud. So you know what? We'll go hiking, and we'll have ourselves a nice little pre-dinner hike. I'm in brand new work boots, trying to work them in. And I came up here with bear spray and a bear bell. It didn't occur to me to bring it on this little hiking trail. That's okay. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. But this view, my goodness. I'm half convinced to just spend sunset out here. Wow. I really should have come here for 3 or 4 more days. You know, I don't know how to capture it all in one, but just beautiful, beautiful little hike here. Whew. Getting a little chill in the air. Apparently, if I loop up this way, I'll head back to the parking lot. Although, I don't know why I couldn't just go back the way I came. but I'm gonna enjoy the hike. Ooh, that's a little sketchy. You see this here? All of this stuff, which is beautiful. Canadian shield, so. Oh, I've seen this before. You see this? And this? To the untrained eye, that's just nature doing nature. Say, like, here you would think lightning maybe? Or rot? No. And it's a message.
And it's a message. And it's a message.
I don't know what the message is. See this here? A Sasquatch trying to stop me from getting back to the truck. So, you know, you gotta keep your wits about you with the squanch.
Frickin' Samsquanch, Ricky.
Samsquanch, Brekkie, and there's one right outside my fucking door.
Samsquanch. There we go. Back to the main trail. They're really hot and cold, eh? This trail with its gravel, really nice and compressed, easy to see, no hazards, and then learn to make a splint if you're not careful. Oh, that sun's almost down. Samsquanch! Well, I've come back to my campsite. There's somebody in the yurt now who doesn't know how to start a wood stove because that's smelly, smoldering. And I got somebody just back there who doesn't understand how loud voices carry in the woods. So, this is a public campground. I really thought I was tucked deep away from folks, but that's okay. We'll get a fire going, and I might move the picnic table up here a bit, I think. I don't know. I definitely will, however, have a little step too. Now, I'm still going for some Canadian stuff. I'm gonna have an Alexander Keith's. Do you guys even know about this if you're not Canadian? This is Keith's. This is the Nova Scotia IPA. Oh, kind of sweet. All right, move that around. Get a little fire going. Get everything set up. It should be nice. What do you think? And then I'll show you what we're doing for dinner. It's gonna be a treat. Those people over there are very loud. You know, one thing I forgot to do. Not much of a Camppetizzer, but it'll do a little bit of the business. Got our Mennonite pepperoni again. Thank you, Mennonites. Good people, the Mennonites. good pepperoni. The last camp trip, I had brought along grapes as well, but I don't have any this time. I've got some dill Havarti. Some dill crackers. I've never had these. Oh my god, they stink. Dill pickle crispers. Cracker crispers. A little serviette. And just a little olive action. There. Camppetizzer. Alright, so one thing I did, I brought my own lumber, brought my own wood. They say the ash borer beetle is something we need to be concerned about. We don't. That thing has destroyed most of Ontario's forests, ash trees anyway. But so as to not, I don't know, arise suspicion, being a sneaky Pete, I also bought a bag of wood. And there's hardly anything in it, and it was $9. Come on. When I was a young boy here, there used to be a little loop around, and there was this big, burly guy with a beard, and he'd show up every day around 4 o'clock, and he had a big splitter, and it was running on gasoline. It looked like a tow rope. I want to say it had, like, I don't know, some kind of a wheel, like a car wheel with a rope on it. Anyway, he'd just split wood and stack it in a bag, and you'd go up and you'd give him your $2. And I remember because the $2 bill was red or pinkish. Anyway, let's get this fire started, eh?
Let's do it.
Probably not going to be as vocal as I normally would be at a campsite, screaming in the woods, only because I've got neighbors in the yurt and I've got neighbors in the campsite behind me, so I'll keep it kind of on the DL. I've got a pretty interesting recipe, albeit not sure how I'm going to clean up after it, because the comfort station the day use is the only one open because of the winter pipes. So that's like a 10-minute drive, and I'm sure as hell not going to leave a campfire alone in the woods. So what I'll probably do is, once everything cools, toss it in the truck for the night, you know, and deal with it in the morning. And if the bears try and get in my truck, then they try and get in my truck. What do you want me to do? But this guy's going the wrong way down the road. He's going the wrong way. And here comes a vehicle. Anyway. It's a loop, right? Boat launch etiquette, golf etiquette, camping etiquette. I think those are my 3 big etiquettes. But I'm going to get this fire going. I got to get it a nice base going. And then we're going to cook in the frying pan. And I'm going to see, albeit, you know, tonight's the Beaver Moon, if we get stars. Again, I can't leave this fire alone. I'd love to go down to the lake and just set up time-lapse. We'll see if we can see anything through the canopy here. All right. It's getting cold, but I've almost got the coals down to where I want them. And I have to make a decision right now, you see, between these 4 German beers. These are from Germany. I'm allowed to make that accent because I have the entire series of Hogan's Heroes on DVD. So, I've only ever had Stiegel. I haven't had these. Munich Lager, it's 4.9. This little fella here, 5.5. Okay. Benedictiner, he's 5. And Stiegel, 5. I know I'm going to drink this one. That's going to be for dinner. So, what have I got for dinner tonight? Well, I've got a jar of sauerkraut. And I did my best to find a bratwurst sausage, but the butcher was out of them, so I have an Oktoberfest. So I'm going to do an Oktoberfest. I know it's not October, so Oktoberfest starts in September, not necessarily October. I mean, it kind of gets into October, and then, you know, it's November, so who's to say we couldn't do an Oktoberfest? Plus, you know, my dog was German, so plus, I kind of want a big old beefy sausage. But the problem with sausages, cooking sausages on the barbecue, is it's a very hard gauge as to, are you overcooking the hell out of the outside and the inside still raw? And I've tried a bunch of different ways. This recipe, I came across it, and I was like, what? So we're going to cook it. We're going to... Samsquanch! We're gonna kind of simmer it in sauerkraut and beer. And I'm going to do that for like, I don't know, half an hour. And then when it's, you know, at that point, we'll take it out and on the grill, right? And really just get it all hoop-de-doo up, as the chefs say. It's a common chef phrase, hoop-de-doo, you know. Gordon Ramsay was always like,
Oop-de-doo, this is great. Send it to table 5.
perfect Ramsay. Holy crap. Let's get that going and see where this takes us. I mean, my fire pit's a lot straighter. This is kind of crooked, but I think it'll work. Yeah, so. I am taking a few liberties. I put the sauerkraut on, but you know, I also, I'm not gonna lie to you, I put a little bit of dill Havarti. What? Yeah, well, I don't have any Swiss cheese, okay? At some point, you just gotta say to yourself, jibby jabba jabba labba.
I'm speechless.
A little bit of onion, a little bit of mustard. I'm not gonna lie to each other. It looks a little dog's breakfasty. Oh wow, that sweetness of the sauerkraut really comes through. Nobody ever said you couldn't have a little bit more mustard, did they? Well guys, it's 11:30. I've gotten around to burning my $9.50 provincial park of wood. It is wet. A lot of smoke. I got a couple of pieces left from the lodge. I have been waiting patiently to watch Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, starting at 8, and there's a rematch now of another set of fighters, and like I said, 11:30. So I'm sort of at that moment, you know, of, do I throw these remaining 3 pieces on and just enjoy the evening, or do I say enough is enough and hit the hay? The only reason I haven't hit the hay because I'm really cold. I've got most of my nighttime gear on. The only thing I haven't done yet is put on my wool socks. I'll probably put those on before I get into bed. I have a sleeping bag that isn't rated for cold. I think it's rated for like 5 or 6 degrees. And then I've got another one acting as a blanket. So this is lovely and warm, but only on this knee. So, you know, it's that time of year. I'm a moron. I've stayed up. I really wanted to go to bed, but I kind of want to see what's going on with Tyson. Plus I got this sweet fire going. Morning, everyone. It's morning. That was a cool sleep. Not like cool daddy-o cool. It was cold. That was cold. I've got 2 sleeping bags, wool socks. I didn't wear anything thermal, but it's just been cool. I'm gonna go make some coffee. Sounds like the ranger's out. His name is Logan, and he doesn't look at all. Oh, my buddy's up too, so I don't know if you guys understand chipmunk, but he's asking me to put a pot on so he can have a cup. So we're gonna get up, we're gonna have some breakfast, and well, we'll have a coffee first. Baby steps, and we'll see where this day goes, huh? I brought this along on a whim. Glad I did. It's nice to have a little buddy with you, isn't it? I like the dark roast. What do you want me to do? Ranger Logan is over there with an electric chainsaw, about 4 sites over. I don't know, sometimes idiots will come out and try and burn like an entire tree branch, so he might just be cutting that up. Back at the lodge, I'd started up, got the lemon out, and I chopped that lemon in half and juiced it. You'll see I've got myself a nice Macintosh apple. We'll give that a little grate, which I think is great. But anyway, the lemon juice is basically going to be to keep the apple from turning brown and giving it a bit of flavor. So we let that sit for a while, eventually kind of drain it. And I got a pound of pork from the butcher, fresh pork. And we've got some thyme and smoked paprika, cinnamon, fennel seed, sage, and our homemade maple syrup from our own sugar bush. And we'll mix the apple and the syrup in there, and all the spices I just said, because I'm not saying them again. And you know, just get it all mixed up nice and good like. And I weighed the whole amount. This is a little trick I do, and I put it into grams and then divide that by 8. So then I know how much to make each patty. And I brought myself a single patty. That's it. One lovely apple maple sausage patty. And it's going to be our breakfast today with a fried egg. Coffee's on if you want some, guys. Holy. I also forgot my spatula. What can't the spork do? I'm still drinking my coffee. Not out of this. Out of this. Huh? But I'm gonna do something because it's camping styles, and that is have ourselves a proper edition with our Canadian breakfast. This is Clamato Caesar. It's the same thing as a Bloody Mary wherever you're from, except we use clam juice in addition. Oh, Canada! Now, here's the thing. These are sacrilege in my home. Okay, we're a vodka and Clamato family and make our own Caesars. However, I'm not lugging all of those accoutrements here. So, we'll pour this in, okay? Lovely, lovely, love. Look at this. This is the nectar of the gods, my friends. I guess what I forgot Tabasco sauce. Yeah, it comes with all the fixins, but they never use enough. I don't have Tabasco, but I have green pepper Cholula. Listen, guys, shut up. We're camping. You can't complain, okay? You do what you do when you gotta do. I'm not a complete savage, though, so I did remember to bring horseradish. And that's the long and short of all that. Let me give this a little mixy.
Shut up. We're camping.
I didn't leave room for ice, guys. If you want to whine about it, then you whine about it. I'm not going to. We're camping. Geez, that's all right. We've got no problem. We've got no problem over here. Another meal that looks like hell, but perhaps it'll be delicious. It's quite nice. I think a little more refined on a stove at home, this could be quite a treat. That island's always a destination when we come out here fishing. Usually end up packing a lunch and fishing off of it or swimming off of it. When I was a kid, we always said, you know, up here with my buddies, we're gonna camp on that island one night. We never did. And then even with my kids, especially the oldest, he'd be the first one to say, oh, we gotta camp on that. But then, you know, there's no cooler, there's no fire. And I'm not sure if you're really allowed. Probably back then, when I was a kid, nobody would have said boo. Now I'm sure somebody in my best interest would inform one of the rangers, perhaps Logan. Someone's where they're not supposed to be. You know what? I'm gonna go with this current instead of fighting it. We'll cut across the lake, then we'll ride the shore up out to that little opening. There's like a third inlet I don't feel like going down to today, not with this chop. Well, I guess that's been a pretty nice trip. Dinner was lovely, breakfast was lovely, the campsite was pretty good. I have been spoiled with my campsite. I didn't love other people around, but that's just me being me. Plus, I'm in a kind of melancholy mood. I really thought this trip would give me a little bit of, you know, time away from my thoughts about Dixie. But she loved this place too, so maybe I should have picked another campground. But what a gorgeous day. They say it's 8 degrees right now, and I think so. I brought along some gloves and a sweater and a jacket, but so far so good. Top 5 favorite places on Earth. I keep expecting to see a moose come out of the woods. Do you like the lime sparkly water, kids? The bubbly lime? Jay likey, the bubble lime. Jay likey a lot. I think we'll head back to the truck. And now I'm paddling into the wind. Oh, go for a paddle, he says. Just get out there. Just get out there, lad, and have yourself a little pad. Just go on out there, lad, and have yourself a little pad. Who's gonna be bothered by it? Just get your butt out there. Enjoy it. You live in the freest country on earth. You drink maple syrup out of trees. Just go for a little pad. Holy shnikes. Whitecaps, bro. Uh-oh. Trying to decide if I hug this shoreline or that one. This one's shorter, but it's a little less protection. Maybe I'll hug it. Hey, shoreline, want a hug? I'm coming to hug ya. I'm coming to hug you, shoreline. Am I the only one who goes into a canoe and talks to themselves and cracks themselves up? Aha. Somebody might have a field day with that. Leave me alone, man. Just doing me. Now, I ain't saying nothing, but it looks like the wind has died down. Woo! Is there anybody out there? Imagine if you heard, just me. I would be paddling so fast. What are you gonna do? Are you guys like tired of looking at me yet? I might turn this camera around, bro. Because what I see is beautiful. Nice part about getting back is there's usually still some icy cold beer. Been back for about 30 minutes. Obviously dark now, but I'm that annoying guy whenever you come home from a trip, unpacks everything, starts the laundry, puts everything away. So while I was driving back thinking, you know, like, oh, maybe I just leave everything in the driveway, like, no, I can't. I'm physically not able to do it. Anyway, back at the lodge. Family's still in Toronto, so I'll put maybe a burger down on the barbecue and see if I can stay up. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming on this trip. I hope you had fun. I did. I could go back there tomorrow. Although on the way out, I saw a guy with a proper winter tent. It looked like one of those one tigress teepees that you see on the Amazon. Get a little wood stove going on, and I was like, oh, that's the way to do it, man, because some of us are frozen to the bone. This is Diggity saying, hey, camping is you go out into the woods and you have a campfire and you paddle in a canoe, and that's the exact same thing you do at home.